Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Tight Cycling. So as you can see, we are on the Tour of Watopia, stage 3. And this happens to be the B category ride, the medium distance ride. And that is the one that goes on the Watopia mountain route. So this one is about 30k long and covers almost 700 vertical meters, which is quite a bit. But as per usual, we will take this ride very, very slowly. Today is actually supposed to be my recovery day, so I will try to do that and not push anything very hard. So hope that we can just enjoy this ride and get the double XP points, which luckily come with this with any of those rides in Tour of Watopia. And on top of that, we get 700 vertical meters, which is also very nice because I think we are about 7,000 meters or so away from the Tron bike, maybe even a little bit less. So also looking forward to accumulating more and more points with regards to that goal. And this particular route we also haven't done yet. So we are also going to get some extra XP points for completing the route if we do finish the route. So yeah, so that's essentially a double or triple whammy, and very happy to have that set up and looking forward to the ride and to actually see where this takes us. It's relatively short for the amount of vertical meters we do. It's not quite as bad as the A category ride, which is some 40 odd kilometers, but with 1700 vertical meters. And that one we also haven't finished yet. So one of those next days I will actually try to get in the A category ride as well in order to take that off the list. Anyways, yeah, welcome back to the channel. I haven't been posting a lot lately because I didn't do any races, and I know that you guys like races much better than just random rides like this. So yeah, I will probably try to put a little bit together into like a short or a reel on Instagram, so to at least show that I'm still alive. But for now, let's just enjoy this ride, and if there's anything noteworthy, you know me, I will slow down the video and talk about it. But for now, I'll be quiet and let you enjoy this ride. So talk to you in a bit. Okay, so here comes the first special gate. I'm not sure if this is just to get a power up, or if this is maybe one of those where you get like a dino costume. Oh, sorry to disappoint. Just a power up, which is the draft boost. Yeah, one of the other things, for those who haven't noticed, I bought the Scott Addict, and this is the first time I'm actually riding it. and I put on not the lightest wheels and also not the fastest wheels. Maybe I should have put on the fastest wheels, because one of the other things that I will try to do is when we go on the extra climb after the epic com, I think it's called the Teletower, on the way down I would try to hit 100k. I haven't done that yet. I think the fastest I went was like 92, 93 on actually that segment, but I had zero power that day and decided to go for it a little bit too late. So I should probably try to accelerate a little bit earlier. So this is the only big effort I will actually try today, to see if we can actually get that badge of more than 100k. If this doesn't work today, then I will do this ride again and put on the most aerodynamic wheels and maybe even use a different bike. What I'm thinking is maybe the Specialized Avenge that I also want to buy, but I haven't done yet. It just got unlocked on this level, same as the Scott Addict. Yeah, so if it doesn't work out today, I'll try again one of the next couple of days. But anyway, so for now, we're heading towards the climb, and I'll check in with you before we reach the bottom of the climb. So just enjoy the flat parts here, because soon enough we'll actually be climbing. All right, talk to you in a bit. Okay, didn't quite realize that the epic KOM would start this early, but here we are and the climbing starts. So yeah, 9.5k, average 4%. That is quite a long and steep climb. Maybe not that steep, but long. The out to Zwift is about 12k, but at, I think, double the incline at 8% or thereabouts. So yeah, let's see what we can do going up here. Seems like we're going to pick up a couple of people along the way, and hopefully we'll just have a couple of people before we hit the top of the mountain, so that we can actually get some draft off of them when trying to hit the 100k per hour, I should say, the speed. Anyways, enjoy the ride up, and I'm not going to suffer very much today because taking it very slow. 1.7 watts per kilo on average. Probably going to go up slightly, but that should be possible to hold. So just enjoy, and I'll catch up with you later. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure where this village is supposed to be, but at the entrance to the village, the welcome sign was in German. So that makes me believe that it is either in Germany or Austria or Switzerland. Although there are also some parts in northern Italy where people speak German. But yeah, I would assume maybe Austria. Who knows? Anyhow, so we have a couple of people ahead of us, like 12 seconds, 20 seconds. And then there's some at about now 2 minutes, 40 seconds. And that seems to be a group of maybe 4 or 5 people. So that would be really nice to catch up with those guys, because again, that might help us in achieving the 100 kilometers per hour batch. We get a little bit of draft for the first couple of meters and then go full power. We might be able to do that. Anyway, so we've been biking for more than 20 minutes. We are warmed up properly. As for our power, we are averaging 1.8 watts per kilo so far. And we are bang on. So we are about 140 watts on average, which is what I'm putting out right now, give or take. And yeah, so far we're feeling good. It's maybe not quite the recovery ride where you mainly try to keep maybe the heart rate in zone 1. We are already in zone 2, the bottom of zone 2, but still. Yeah, but so far so good. Feeling okay. Feeling like we can maintain this speed almost indefinitely. So let's just see if we can catch not only here some sole riders, but hopefully also a group at some point. So yeah, let's keep on going up this mountain. I think we have about, I want to say 6.5K left. So out of 9.5K, so 3Ks are done. And yeah, about 6.5K to go. Okay, so let's continue with our ride, and I'll get back to you if we catch up with the other group. Talk to you in a bit. All right, so it looks like we are catching up with 2 more riders, and We are also about halfway up the climb. It leaves another 4.7 or so kilometers to the top of this climb. Although I do think that just before we'll actually do this detour to the tail tower, so it might not really count towards the KOM, the epic KOM, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, now the people who were up more than 2 minutes are now within 2 minutes. So I'm not quite sure if we can reach them before the KOM or before going on this little side climb. And I'm not really willing to burn matches now because, again, this was supposed to be just a recovery ride. So, and for that it's already quite long and quite a lot of vertical meters. But yeah, anyways. So climbing wise we have about a third done. Distance wise we have about a third done. So hopefully this means that we'll be done within 1.5 hours. Because there's significant amount of downhill where we'll be much faster than we are now. So we'll see. Okay, up we go. Yeah, now I remember, I think we will actually go through the KOM first and then make a left turn towards the tower, teletower, or yeah. So, because we are coming from the other side. Last time, well, last couple of times I came up here, I actually came from the other side, and there it was that the time towards the KOM did not really count because you would veer right before you hit the KOM banner. So here this should be the other way around. First the KOM and then the extra little climb. But we'll see. I've been wrong before, and I have often not remembered how the routes go, and I'm pretty bad in doing a proper recon before the ride. So on one hand, it's really bad if it's a race. On the other hand, on a ride like this, it's actually quite fun, not really knowing what comes next. So yeah, we'll just be surprised. Okay, the last 100 meters to the KOM. It's definitely in sight. And yeah, we have been holding off a Japanese guy who is a minute 26 behind us now. Asa, he has been flying, and yeah, but luckily we were able to hold him off. I think now is the time when we start going left towards the additional climb that you can actually see there, the TV tower just straight ahead. But I think to get there, we'll actually go left. I just hope that on the top of that we'll get an arrow. So that we can actually have a go at the 100k per hour speed badge. All right, so we'll catch up with a couple more people here. Oh yeah, this part is really steep. So I will just use the power up right away. Now it's the first time in a while that I'm actually on the small ring in the front. I actually have my bike set up with 3 in the front, and I'm using the smallest one right now. Okay, so I think we're at the highest point, or next to it. Now we make a big loop, come out the other side on the left, and there's another gate. And if I've seen correctly, there was somebody coming downhill with the blue power-up, and that can only be the aero or the draft boost, both of which would be great to try to get to 100k. Aero would probably be preferred, but I'd also take the draft boost. Also, our Japanese friend caught up with us. Definitely deserves a ride-on. And now we are trying to gear up to go into the big gear. Hope for an aero. Push the aero as soon as we hit the slopes, the downhill slopes, and give it everything we have and hope it's going to be enough. Okay, we are in the big ring. Trying to pick up some steam here. Please let it be an aero. Oh no. No, that's not what I was hoping for. No, no way. If I cannot get even above 90, there's no need. Oh. Very strange because the ones who came downhill when we are going up, I don't think that they were on bicycle. All right, so we tried and failed. Have to find some other way to get that badge. Anyhow, so now we are done with most of the climbing and we are just enjoying the way downhill. So enjoy it with me, will ya? So we just started the last 5K. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 100 kilometers per hour speed badge, but I'm also not sure if it takes the CW value of the Tricycle, because that would of course not help, or if this is just a gimmick and it actually does take the aerodynamic parameters from the bike that it shows. No idea. But if in the first couple of 100 meters on the downhill you don't reach 100, there's now no way to get to 100 if you don't get to 90. Anyways, the highest power that we put out was about 880. You will see at the end I will have the stats in this video. It was somewhere around 880, which is 11.5 or so watts per kilo, which is quite nice. Still quite far away from 1,000 watts that I would really like to hit at some point, and also a little bit less than what I had recently when I hit 940, I think. But unfortunately it doesn't show on Zwift power because I didn't finish the ride. It was one of those 100-kilometer rides with the Cycle Nation on a Sunday, and I dropped out after 50, just assuming that it would still show in the results, but it didn't. So, but it wasn't really in vain, because it was nice to see what kind of power we can put out and how quick we can be on the Marina sprint. And we contested that sprint twice in that ride, and weirdly enough we hit the exact same time twice, 11.52 seconds. But I made mistakes on both runs. One was that I started my sprint too late. So when I went through the first time border, I was not at max speed. I was still increasing the speed towards the finishing line, which shouldn't be this way. And secondly, I was too far ahead in the group, which meant that the last 100 meters or so in the sprint, I was fully in the wind. So ideally you want to be shielded, ideally for the whole sprint, by people in front of you. So since in Zwift there's no penalty for weaving around others, this should give you the benefit of additional drag, and I didn't have that. So I do think that I can do better than 11.52, but I'm not sure if I can actually do sub 11, which seems to be like a gold standard, at least in the Cycle Nation group, where they say, well, for the males, you're a good sprinter if you hit below 11. So we will try, but we will also need to do that when we feel confident that after sprinting once or twice and go full out, that we can actually finish the ride. Anyhow, so now there's only 3 kilometers left. So let's enjoy the last couple of meters here, and I'll get back to you just before we cross the finish line. So talk in a few. Okay, so we are turning right here, going back to the towards the start finish. 1 kilometer to go. In about 100 meters, we're gonna collect the last 40 XP points for this ride. And yeah, so it's time for me to say thank you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for indulging me and this ride. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please do leave a comment, leave a like, maybe even subscribe. You know, just a like is, take it as a YouTube ride-on, if that makes it easier. Because I'm sure if you are on Zwift, you give lots of ride-ons and love getting ride-ons. And this is the same thing, just on YouTube. So let's see if you also unlock the route badge. That should be, I want to say 580 points. So let's see if we collect this as well. That would be really, really nice. And we do. Yes, with 580 points, 1 hour 27, 142 watts, which is close to 1.9 watts per kilo. So yeah, quite happy. I will just finish rolling easily, spinning out the legs, and then I think that's going to be it for today. So again, thank you. I rate this probably a 4 or 5 out of 10 on the TIGHT scale. TIGHT being an acronym for this is going to hurt tremendously. So today it didn't really hurt that much, but it was still fun. So hope you stay tuned, and I'm going to be looking forward to sharing some other rides and hopefully some races with you soon. I'll put the stats in here just so you can see how this ride was for me. Let me know how it was for you if you did it, and what you used it for, recovery ride, race, just as a recon. Let me know. And for now, let's just say goodbye. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll leave you with our motto, which is ride hard, have fun, tight. Tight cycling out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.